Vikings versus Patriots game that I didn't get to finish yesterday. So let's get right into it. Yeah!
Welcome back, everyone, to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Currently, the Patriots in control of the football as we resume action in quarter number 2. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter. But
you don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. And that's off the mark. Incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Pushing his way inside the 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings.
Oh, dang. What?
58 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Wow.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down.
Dang,
and I
what?
just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out.
Dang,
that was the 9,
what?
and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's good. Yeah!
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And a route is on here in this first half. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown.
Kick us up.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Yeah.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Charles, as the Patriots come back out here offensively, it gives us a chance to go back to that loss they had Week 9 to Baltimore. So now 8-1. Not going to be an undefeated season, so the 72 Dolphins can take a little breath of relief. Well, they got to worry about the 49ers.
49ers are still out there, but they can order, what they want, right, and put it on ice.
Get ready to put it on ice. So now, do you put much emphasis on that loss to Baltimore if you're New England? Or you're like, whatever, just move on?
I think that they're the team and the franchise that knows how to move on, but they also will look at that tape and realize they've got some things to fix because Baltimore ran the football effectively against them, and it wasn't just the quarterback, Lamar Jackson. Mark Ingram gashed them. And when you're able to do that, that opens up the ability to throw the football. And while the numbers weren't huge for Baltimore, it did allow Lamar Jackson to make some big throws that really helped his team out. So if you're New England, yeah, you look at that one and say, we do have some work to do. Let's not worry anymore about giving up just 7.6 points per game.
And the schedule coming up, open week, and then at Philly. And you remember what Tom Brady did to the Eagles defense last time he saw him, 505 yards in Super Bowl 52.
Not to mention Dallas visits. Then they go to Houston and home for Kansas City.
Ooh, that's a tough stretch.
We are hitting the stretch drive of the schedule for New England.
And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game.
Really
knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And fights through one man. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Treadwell. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on.
Heard a coach talk about those
that was cringe
scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Haley got the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
That move is dead, by the way, so.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check.
To throw is Brady. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. CD, we're already firmly in the month of November, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, division leaders, New England, Baltimore, Houston, and KC. If it ended today, the wild cards would go to Buffalo and Indianapolis. And you think those are going to be the 6? Probably some shuffling along the way.
There will be some shuffling along the way, maybe more in seeding than in actual teams, because when you look into who's in the wild card hunt right now, Pittsburgh, Oakland, both 4-4, Tennessee and Jacksonville at 4-5. The way teams are playing, they may just knock off each other. I think all the teams we listed have a heck of a chance of making it to the playoffs.
Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Here we go.
So we are at halftime here. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Ooh, what?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
That's so good.
Brady going to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman.
Ah!
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Oh.
Brady and the Patriots, one of the tougher losses that they faced, certainly in Tom Brady's career, was in this building, Super Bowl 52. You remember a great performance by Brady, 505 yards, a Super Bowl record, but Nick Foles and the Eagles got him in the end, 41-33. But never fear, Brady and company bounce back the next year to hoist the trophy yet again.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Cousins on first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation.
This is caught inside the 15.
Yeah, boy.
Huge play there. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph. 52
that
yards.
Awesome.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind.
And that'll be caught by
Diggs. No way. It wasn't even 2, but you still got it.
Diggs there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him. Because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score.
All right. Oh. Take on
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
That throw by Brady.
Kind of risk.
Demarius Thomas, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Stepping aside from this game for a second, how about us being in Week 10 of the NFL season right now? That makes me want to resurface that MVP talk we had earlier in the year. Who do you have right now leading in the MVP race?
Is this quarterbacks edition only, or can we actually bring other people into it?
Yeah, go wherever.
Because the league does tell you that MVP can be anyone, but numbers show us it's really got to be a quarterback. So let's just start there, right? Russell Wilson in Seattle. I think he has to be a prime guy. I think you have to look at Tom Brady. All right? It's always Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes, if he...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think... He knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone.
Open man is Treadwell, and he's got it for the Minnesota touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, with that incompletion, let's tap into the useless facts file, shall we? 3 guys with the last name Allen got the start in Week 9. Josh in Buffalo, Kyle in Carolina, Brandon in Denver. All 3 got the win. And Charles, that's the first time in league history that 3 QBs sharing the last name won on the same weekend.
How about that?
Oh, wait, wrong button.
So now
I gotta plug in my controller. Okay. Alright. We shall do this.
Now, throw in the guys who have the same last name and their starts. Let's go to 2000. The Johnsons, Brad, Doug, and Rob. And in 1984, we're really digging deeper. I love this. Dave, Wade, and Mark Wilson. Now, to my recollection, none of them were related. Just all had the same last name. Who would you take? The Johnsons? Or would you take the Wilsons?
I'll take the Johnsons because I actually remember them playing.
Touchdown.
Has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
Yeah.
It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Was 100. Let's take off notes. Because I haven't.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Vikings defense ready to head back out there now. And the interception the last time, their third takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost as it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, third and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been terrific so far. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England.
Boy, why are you way back there?
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks.
Albuquerque. I like the sound of it.
But you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Run, boy. Run.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there. Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph. 77 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that
and Thielen's got it.
Boy,
touchdown
Thielen, how do you do it?
The 3-yard touchdown pass.
How?
As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes down to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brady now to throw. It's complete. James White. Now White lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football.
Yeah, boy. You don't have to worry nothing about defense.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through.
Like, boom.
And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out.
Just what we need.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Cousins
now after the fumble recovery. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. To throw, Cousins. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the night, and the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but she's singing too.
No, she's
on like the fifth tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Boy, you better, Neil.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions.
Oh, dang.
Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing again on second down. Brady complete to Watson, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say
when they get the ball,
extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. A first down throw for Cousins. Boy, look at the big man run.
No way.
They do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to 6. A huge play there. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
I thought they intercepted that.
First down, but it winds up incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away. They come up here with another shot for the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Is batting down the hatches time defensively. That's 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they'll try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what... And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with.
That's
funny. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Kick off left. That's good.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Minnesota defense, we watch them get set to roll. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, we know Dorsett can make those plays with that top-end speed. You think back to the Combine 5 years ago when he ran a 4.33. And now in his 3rd season in New England after 2 in Indianapolis, but only 290 yards last year. Patriots want to utilize him more. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Now Brady to the right side, and he's got Edelman. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Brady. That's caught. It's Thomas. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's Brady to throw. It's caught. This is White. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. So the final seconds have ticked away.
Alright guys, I'm afraid this is gonna be it. So, see y'all in the next video.